Hey y'all, it's Megan and Andy. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. It is a windy one outside, if you cannot tell by my lovely hairdo.
Can't even hold the camera still.
Well, y'all, we've got a special treat for you today. It's time to slice some of our country hams.
Yep, we've got one hanging, and not only is it going to be a special treat for y'all, it's going to be a special treat for us too. We've got one that's been hanging for 2 years. That don't always happen. Lots of times they get sliced, you know, the following summer after they were cured. But just so happened, we have one that's hung for 2 years. We're going to slice it today. Fingers crossed.
It's good.
One more quick thing, look at this. Be more to come on that later.
It looks so good.
But the guys did get it finished. It was actually like right before Christmas. They got everything wrapped up and done with it. So now the rest of the work's on me. But let's go.
We're gonna see today how good that roof's on.
Yeah, tell me about it. We'll find out if it's screwed down good or not. So we keep the hams up at my grandma's. They're hanging in a tobacco barn right now. So we're gonna go up there and get them down, bring them back to Daddy's shop, and we'll start opening it up and see what it looks like.
All right. Well, that wind's cutting the shine, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Whew, cold.
Well, I believe it's that one right there.
It looks like it.
I hope it's all right. If not, we got this one left
Yeah.
that we can cut. But how we gonna reach it, honey?
You better grow taller.
I know. I need something to stand on.
I definitely can't reach it. You better be careful. And I ain't looking too.
There we go. Come on. Huh?
How long have you left one hanging before?
3 years is the longest I ever remember hanging one.
Was it good?
Yeah, but it had dried up a whole lot.
Oh. What do you think this one's going to be?
I don't know. I hope this one's right in the perfect spot. All right.
Be careful.
There it is. Looks kind of nasty, don't it? Look at all that mold on the backside.
Well, that's
This
just
side ain't quite like that.
part of it. I mean, it hung through 2 summers, so.
It don't smell like anything.
Well, good.
So that's good.
That's right.
Well, it'll ride there till we get to the house. I tell you what, just in case somebody's new and they hadn't seen our hams and stuff, we'll pull up here to the pack house and show the ones that we cured this year, but they haven't been hung up yet. So this is where they get salted down at. This is an old tobacco pack house. And these hams are the ones we salted just this season. Here in springtime, they'll be hung up, and at that point, they're pretty much preserved until
Yeah, they're hung
we need them.
They're hung in those pillowcases like the ham we just took down. When March comes around and they get hung up like that, then they're there till you're ready to cut them.
Right.
So,
And people ask us all the time, how many hams do we typically put up? And typically, I shoot for 2. I try to do 2 hams because it takes us 1 ham to get through a year. A ham will last us a year.
sometimes.
Most of the time. Now the kids are really starting to pick up on eating it, so that's probably going to change. But the reason I do 2 is because there's always chance of one going bad. And so if you put up 2, well, you know, you just doubled your chances of having a good ham.
And you'll see all these hams back here in the background. They're not all ours. They're all part ours, part Andy's family. So, I mean, all these you see here are not just for us. And the wetness that's on the hams, that's very, very normal. That's what you want them to do, actually.
Yep, that's the moisture draining out of them, and that's how they cure, is getting that moisture out.
Yep.
All right, let's go slice into one.
All right.
Up there, it ain't nothing between the Blue Ridge Mountains and the fence post, but it's below down.
Okay, we did
All right, let's see what it looks like. So if anybody's interested in seeing the whole process of how we cure a ham and from start to finish, we have a video, a full-length video of the ham getting salted down all the way to the point of it getting sliced.
Right.
If you'd like to see something like that.
And now I will add, we usually get a lot of questions, you know, a long time ago before people had meat saws, like we do now, how would they do this? Because we actually slice it and vacuum seal the slices. So back in the day, they would trim it up and they would cut off what they needed.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I feel like we forget to mention that every single video.
Because if we left out the slices, once you see us slice this, if we left those out, they would dry up to nothing.
Yeah.
Just because of the way the salt content that's in it, it would dry up. The slices would just dry up and they wouldn't keep.
And
So-
after you slice into that, you also somewhat like break that seal you have around the ham right now.
But they used to slice it and it'll just make a crust back over it.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
What Grandpa used to do, this is what Daddy has told me that Grandpa used to do. Of course, now you got to keep in mind that they didn't just eat country ham on occasion. They ate it every day.
Right.
Daddy said his daddy ate, which would have been my grandpa, ate country ham every single morning for breakfast. Like every morning. That's what he ate. And he would cut one in half. You could, cut it in half with a hacksaw and keep one half down in the basement hanging to keep it cool. And then the other half would be upstairs, and they would...
On the counter, right?
Yeah, on the counter.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said. Mm-hmm. And they would just slice a little bit off every time. And so when you take just one slice off of that ham, like Megan said, it sort of scabs over. I mean, it don't technically, but you understand what I'm saying. And that point, you're still leaving all of this protective layer on it. But when we slice it all at one time, at that point we've exposed
All of it.
all of it. And so it can potentially go bad at that point if you don't vacuum seal it and freeze it.
Yeah.
But that's how they kept them back then.
All right.
So Jacob, we need that Sawzall right there too. And I'm going to need one of them stainless steel blades.
Where's it at?
There should be one over there behind the spigot on the sink.
And so what you see here, if you watch our curing videos, that brown paper, we do leave that on there once we put them in the sack. So all that's got to come off.
Yeah, that's one of them, I think.
So we're still not looking at the ham just yet.
No, that's not the ham. That's the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. Just lay it down there for right now. We don't need it yet.
So we're going to work on.
We're going to get all these strings off, as it's wrapped in string. And the string's what's holding the brown paper on. Now, when hanging a ham, there's so many different ways that you can do it. I know people who pull this paper off before they hang them. They'll wash it down. They'll wash all the salt off before they hang them. And it's just all in the ways you do it. There's so many ways to cure a country ham. The process we show you is just how we've always done it.
And now this ham is not smoked or anything.
It's not smoked.
All of our ancestors here where we live, that was not part of the process. Just in our neck of the woods here.
Not to say it can't be done, and I'm sure it's really good if one is smoked. It's just ours are not smoked.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. It don't look bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over and get all that off the back. The bad thing about it is when a ham has went this long and you leave the paper on it, I feel like you got more of a mess to clean up.
Well, we gotta trim it anyway.
But yeah, all of this will get scraped off with a knife. Every bit of it.
And the mold is actually a good thing. That's part of that process.
I hope it's good. You just always, you know, and not saying because it's 2 years old. That's not why I hope it's good. I mean, anytime you cure a ham, it's just a risk of losing one.
Always.
And you never know. Honestly, you don't know until you cut into
All
it.
it takes is a blood spot in the middle that you didn't know was there, and it can make it have a bad spot in it.
Yep, you'll have some rank meat.
Yeah, we'll just put all that in that bucket, Jacob.
Smells like sugar.
Yeah, it don't smell. It don't really have a. Believe it or not, it don't have a smell, and that's a good thing.
It has no smell. A lot of times, if you have one that's went rank,
You can smell.
you can
It
get
smells funny.
Yeah, you get a hint of something, but you can't. Like I said, you can't really tell until you cut into it. How about holding that thing for me, Jacob? Hold it by the hocks right there. It's all part of the paper. That paper where it stuck down to the meat like it did. And it's the layer of salt.
Yeah.
So you can tell, you hear that? You can tell that's where your skin's at because it changes tone. Because we're on the skin side right now.
Instead of doing a mixture, could you like get salt and put a layer on it, and then get pepper and put a layer on, and then get sugar and put a layer on?
No, it needs to be mixed up.
It wouldn't be even if you did it that way.
Hold that now. All right. Wipe all this off and we'll flip it over to the other
You
side.
know what it reminds me of, Daddy? The hams on the cartoons when they just eat the entire ham.
I mean, so far from what I can tell, I believe it's just fine.
Is that the bone?
Yeah, that's the bone. That's how much it drawed up because you remember that bone was out here flush
With the meat.
with the meat when we
Wow.
soft them down.
And to some people, that probably looks just plumb awful, but to the trained eye, it's beautiful.
That's right. So I think I've shared this story before, but I don't know where he got them from. But my uncle used to own a construction business, and he bought all of his employees country hams for Christmas one year. Well, more than half of them didn't realize that this is what a country ham looks like when it's being cured, because this is he give them to them in the sack. They didn't realize that this is what a ham looks like after it's been cured, and when they opened up that sack, they thought they had all went bad, and over half of them throwed them away. Didn't realize that, you know, a country ham is supposed to look like this.
I mean, I can see somebody doing that.
And you'll see the goods. We're getting closer. You'll see just how pretty the meat is underneath all of that.
Yeah, this is the time-consuming process here.
Smell good? Or it smell like anything?
Don't smell like anything.
Alright,
So you're trimming the outside layer off now?
Yep.
Yep,
See that meat under there?
yep.
Look at that.
We're getting to the good stuff.
smell
It
like
smells
anything?
good. I
Smells
smell
like
it.
ham.
It smells really good.
It smells good.
I was a little bit worried because that fat had that little bit of a yellow tint to it, but I don't smell nothing. I think
No.
everything's good.
It smells really good.
I got the hound dog nose. It smells good to me.
You got the hound dog.
And now this layer, the crust, as I call it, is very tough.
Yeah.
A good sharp knife is what you need if you're doing this right here.
And a stiff bladed knife. You don't want one of these flimsy bladed knives either.
Why are you doing that?
I'd like to know how much that one weighed when we put it up.
Well, so we tried keeping up with all that.
I'm just saying to know how much it weighs now.
Yeah. But we tried keeping up with all of it, and we would write it on the paper. But
And that did you a lot of good.
Yeah,
didn't it?
later on, it just didn't work because you couldn't see it. Very good at not very good at record keeping.
That looks
Look at that.
mighty fine. It's just an amazing process, I think.
That's hard right there. That's always the hardest part to clean off. Is right there against that bone.
Lord, don't let that thing slip. Cut my arm off.
Wouldn't that be something? You'll find out what your knife's made of, because, I mean, I can feel the handle on this one giving.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, that smells good.
So here's an up close of underneath the crust and what that looks like. Does it smell fabulous?
So next I'm going to take the sawzall and cut out this bone and this bone. And something, I'm going to give a little quick tip here. Something that we found this year that we've never known about before was food grade blades that go in these sawzalls. So they're stainless steel, their teeth spacing is like wide apart, and they work amazing on bones. So with that being said, if you didn't have a meat saw and you wanted to slice your own ham, you could take it. Now I actually remember Daddy doing something like this. He would take a knife and slice the meat part, and then take a hacksaw and cut the bone, but this would be another option.
And actually, my good friend, she cut her pork chops.
She cut her pork chops with one of these.
Yep.
But anyways, the only reason I'm slicing these off is because it just makes it easier over there. This ain't a step that's necessary.
Well, that thing does cut them easy, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Compared to,
Yeah.
yeah,
Got it.
I think so. Yeah, it just makes it a little easier over here on the meat saw for those big old bones to be gone.
Flip it up and get the sawdust off. I think we're about ready to slice it. That's a good look right there at what it looks like once it's cleaned up. And you got all that pretty meat. Look right there. I mean, that's
That's
pretty.
prime. You gonna let me try a bite of it?
Smells like it's supposed to smell.
So here's you another up close and personal view of it all the way around here. You can see it's not rotten, it doesn't look rotten, there's no smell.
So the very outside layer, like these really dark spots, are kind of like a jerky. And Megan and Jacob both like to eat those straight off the ham without frying them up in a frying pan. There you go. It smells good.
I'll show you up close of that so you can see it's really dark, kind of leathery looking. So it puts me in the mind of beef jerky or a prosciutto.
Well, that's probably what it's close to is prosciutto.
That right there is better than the ham itself.
I just don't see that.
It is so good.
Cut one more piece.
Once you get down into the ham, though, the meat's not like that.
No, it's just this outer layer here. You have to fix me one more too. This is only a luxury I get to eat once a year.
You want it off of this side? This would be a good one.
All right.
Let me-
You want to try it?
Got a little pepper on it.
It looks really good.
I mean, that is like a delicacy.
But once again, I don't recommend doing that on the inside meat.
No, it's just this really tough.
Just that outside layer gets really, really, well, like I said, the best way to describe it is it's almost like jerky.
Yeah, it's like a pork jerky.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good though. I mean, it is like.
I mean, I don't know. I think the ham's better than that.
I think it's like velvety and I don't know. It's very good.
Well, you ready to slice it?
I reckon. Let me go. I gotta get my boxes.
So what we'll do first is just cut this end piece off right here. That can be cut up and used for stuff to season beans and all that with. And then we'll get into the actual slices. So, yeah, Maggie, flip it on. I'm gonna go one more and get into a little bit more meat.
All right. May not be much meat.
Boy, that new blade cuts great. All right, cut it off for a minute.
I don't want it too thick.
Hmm?
I don't want it too thick.
All right.
Still too thick. Go on in a little bit. Yep.
All right, cut
Ready?
it on. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Does that look good to you?
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
I'm telling you what, that blade is amazing. We put a new blade on it last night, me and Daddy did. Golly, that thing cuts good.
I'm gonna have a lot of fat to cut off of this one. I guess the meat drawed up. It looks good though.
It smells good. I can smell it now.
We're getting into some more meat there.
Cut that thing off for a minute. Just look at that, y'all. Oh my goodness.
It's beautiful.
Look at that. Golly, that smells so good. But I'm going to tell you, so far between slicing a ham that's 1 year old versus this 2 year old one, I'm not seeing a ton of difference.
The only difference I see is I think the red meat is lesser.
Think so?
That fat layer's a little, or either it was a really fat hog. I don't
Well, it's
know.
probably just a really fat hog. I don't think. I mean, I do feel like it's probably drawed up more than a year old ham, but it's not nothing like. I mean, I remember one time we cut one that was 3 years old, I think, and it was like shrunk up to nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dust.
Well, it wasn't dust. Like the center of it was still some really good meat,
Right.
but the outside of it had dried up to the point that it was
I got you.
not what you would call ideal.
Yeah.
Still very edible.
Right.
I'm just saying, I expected a little bit more of this, and this is beautiful. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful.
Ready?
Yeah.
I don't think it looks as raw.
looks a little more cured, I guess you would say.
Color's a little different.
You was asking, talking about what the older generation's done. I know around here anyways, like this was a service that was offered by your local country store, was to slice the ham.
Slice the ham.
They'd have a meat saw and they'd slice your ham for you. That was up through the 50s, 60s. Sure is pretty though.
Yeah, it is.
I bet you it's gonna have some good flavor when we cook it.
That's a nice piece. It's definitely different because there's usually meat around both of these bones. Like,
yeah, now that stuff's drawed up.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Yeah.
A lot of that got trimmed off just now.
I was trying to figure out why the bone looked different in this one than the last one we did. That's what it is.
I feel like it's gotten thick, ain't it?
Yeah, what happened? That's a nice piece.
That's a pretty piece.
There, that's better. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're starting to get into the prime cut. Yeah, that's my favorite pieces there. Look at that.
You're like you're about to just like.
That looks good, y'all. Yeah, that's what I call the prime cuts right there. That's when you're getting into the ribeye of the ham.
I mean, that's a prime piece.
Beautiful. And so we'll trim that fat layer off, throw it in a frying pan.
Yep. That fat layer makes good throwing the beans. Is that thing moving?
Yeah, it moves. It's old, wore out. Is that better?
Yeah. Boy, now that, I can tell you what.
Huh?
It's so pretty. Look.
Oh, that's beautiful. Something you really notice there is how this has got a different color than store-bought country ham. This is a lot darker meat.
It's a lot longer cure.
It's a lot longer cure. It's not injected with all types of things like store-bought ones are. So it doesn't have the pink color that the store-bought country ham has. And in turn, believe it or not, this ham is not near as salty as store-bought country ham. I personally can't eat store-bought country ham because it is just way too salty. This ham here ain't like that. Now these end pieces down here close to the hop are some of the most flavorful pieces there is because they soak up most of the cure, the salt and the sugar and all that down here close to the hop. This is some of Daddy's favorite eating is that piece, is those pieces.
Them are good pieces.
the rest of that up for bean meat.
Yep. That'll be good in some beans.
There it is, y'all. The meat that kept communities fed back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
And still keeps us fed.
Kept them fed through the wintertime.
That's right.
Yeah. But it looks good. The only thing left to do now is try it.
Let's try it.
So I guess we'll pack it up and...
Try a little bit tonight for supper.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. You ready to try us a couple pieces?
What do you think?
Of course.
That's right.
Well, I'll show you the way that I fix it to get ready for frying. And you can also fix it this way to get it ready for vacuum sealing. I usually don't. I usually leave all this intact, and then I save it for a pot of beans or something. But I trim all that fat off right there. I trim all that off.
Now, do you wash it before you cook it?
No.
Because I've heard some people washing it if they don't
we,
want it salty.
You know, one year we did a plain old salt cured ham. I washed it. So then you can put this big old piece in the frying pan if you want, just like that. I don't like to. I'm going to cut that in half. Let me cut this on. So I'm just going to cut that in half. We'll have one piece with a bone and one piece not. So you can see there, that's a fine piece of grade A Lawson ham.
Lawson ham.
And I'll do this piece right here the same way. I'll just take my little knife and go around it like that right there.
So you're using your new knives.
Yes, I am. Got me some case knives, thanks to my dear husband.
The whole kitchen set.
The whole kitchen set. So, these pieces right here, I like to save them, and I'll cut them up in smaller pieces, and they do good seasoning beans. They do really good. That saltiness and everything, that flavor is in that fat. Now, on the contrary, if I am making red-eye gravy, then I will leave more fat on there because I want that extra grease. The texture of this is definitely, I can tell it's been salted longer though, by just cutting it.
Looks a little different.
It's a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can look over here in the frying pan and look at the color of that. Mighty fine, mighty fine.
Speaking of red-eye gravy, we had red-eye gravy, scrambled eggs, fried apples, homemade biscuits, molasses, and was that it the other night?
I think so.
You talking about good.
I have one pack of last year's ham left, and I
Yeah.
got it out of the way.
Golly, it was good. Now, I like to take and pour my molasses out, which was sorghum syrup, whatever you want to call it. We call it molasses. But I like to pour that out and then put my red-eye gravy over top of it and then dip a biscuit in it. Oh, my gosh.
That's
like
great.
eating candy.
Yep, it was good. I've had a lot of people ask, like, how do you fix the country ham? That right there, I just fry it up a little bit until it'll get a little brown on each side. It'll change color a little bit, and that's really all I do to it.
You're almost just heating it.
Pretty much, yeah.
The longer you cook it, the more chewy I think it gets.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it not cooked near as long as what some people like it.
Yeah, but see there, that's about done. See how it's curling up and stuff on itself? That little bit of fat that was in between there is kind of rendering out a little bit. So. That's going to be good. If you ever get a chance in life to try home-cured country ham, I suggest you do it. I know a lot of people are going to say it's too salty, but like Andy said earlier, the salt in this ain't nothing compared to the salt of the store-bought country ham. The store-bought country ham is very brine compared to this. But, I don't know, it's one of our favorite things.
Now, if store-bought country ham was all I could get my hands on, well then that's better than no country ham. But, still, this is night and day difference compared to that from the store.
Yes.
And around here, I know maybe not everywhere it's like this, but around here you walk in the local country store and you got country ham laying right there on the counter at the front desk.
There's a lot of ham cured in Boone, I think, right?
I think there's somewhere up in the mountains.
Yeah, I think it's Boone.
That does it still.
Yeah.
And that's where most of these stores around here get them from.
Yeah.
But they're just cured in a different process. And it's just a totally different taste, totally different texture, totally different. Honestly, it's a totally different piece of meat.
And we don't sell any. I know every time we make a country ham video, people want to know if we're willing to sell any. And we don't do this to sell. This is just for our family. So. Yeah. That's why we want to teach you or teach somebody that's wanting to learn to try to do it yourself.
That's right.
So, all right. So, just like that, I mean, quick as that. It don't take no time to warm it up, get a little color to it, and it is ready to eat. So,
we'll let it cool down and we'll try it.
See if it's edible.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. I think it's going to be fantastic. I do it in my number 10 pan here. I got a good layer of ham grease right there. I'd take about a cup of black coffee and pour in that and kind of deglaze my pan, add a little salt and pepper, let it simmer about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and red eye gravy you got. All right, let me get my cornbread out and then we'll try us a piece. Give it a little shake and you know if it's stuck or not.
Look at that. Ain't that pretty?
Of course. Well, what's the ham taste
That's
like?
good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like really good?
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Ain't that good? Mm-hmm. Golly, I wish I could send you a piece through the camera.
Very good ham. Yeah, when you eat it.
I wonder if that's got something to do with where it's set for 2 years.
That's what I'm wondering. Like salt buildup or something.
But I'm going to tell you what. Like flavor-wise, texture-wise, and everything, you don't get.
The texture is...
You don't get much better than that.
The texture of that is like on point. Like, because y'all, I'm telling you, like, I know it makes you nervous, but when it's bad, I promise you, you'll know it. And if you have any question whether it smells funny or not, throw a piece in the frying pan, and when you start cooking it, then you will, that smell just gets worse. Yeah. Like, you'll know it's no good. There's no question whether you'll recognize that smell. And it don't smell like rotten meat. Well, sometimes it does, but it just smells weird.
Kind of smells rank.
Yeah, that's a better explanation.
But there it is.
You did good, dear. Ain't too bad to be 2 years old, is it?
Crazy, that's a 2-year-old piece of meat, ain't it?
Yep.
But, anyways.
I guess that's going to about wrap up today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and we do hope this encouraged you, and hope you might have learned something from the video. It's just something we take a lot of pride in, this old ways of curing meat, and we want to share that with y'all, because it's one of those things that if it keeps on, that it's going to be gone. And that's one thing here that we try to do, is try to keep these things alive, bring back the memories, You know, and we hope you enjoy it.
In our area, there's still quite a few families that raise hogs and all, but there's only 2 families that I know of, and us is one of them, that still salt down hams. And I think, which I mean, not rightfully so, but I think people are these days are just scared they're going to lose them because the weather is different now, and so it is kind of a greater chance that you're going to lose a ham now versus 50 years ago. But
the weather's been good on us last 2 years.
Last
though.
couple of years, the weather's been perfect, and you know, I plan on continuing doing it until something catastrophic happens.
Yep. But anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all watching, and until we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one. Texture's great.
Well, it must not be too salty because I sit here and eat all this, and they had the first thing to drink.
Just give it a few minutes.
That is good.
The texture is a big thing I noticed.
Yeah.
It has a very good texture.
That's really good.
Yep. That right there. Look how tender that is.
Yep.
Mm.